So now we're doing FreeCodeCamp Legacy Python for everybody. Regular expressions, matching and extracting data. All right, let's go. Hopefully it's not too loud.
So now we're going.
Okay, there we go. So now what are we gonna do, Chuck? Matching and extracting data. Let's write that down. Let's type that down. Get the old notes out. Scroll down to the bottom. All right. Let's do that here. Pardon me. And what does this say? Oh my God! Yesterday's notes were a pain. Look at all that. That's a lot of work right there. A lot of think work. So what are we saying? Matching and extracting data. Matching and extracting data. Okay. And let's see. What does this say? Re.search. Re.search returns a Boolean, all right, depending on whether, speaking of the weather, that's not how, whether the string, what's wrong with me, matches the regular expression, okay? If we actually want the matching strings to be extracted, we use re.findall. Okay? Let's see. Okay, example. Let's say this. Example. And then we'll come down here and do it here. All right, so we've got this set of brackets with 0 through 9. 0 through 9, okay? And then plus, all right? So that's some regex right there. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have something like this. Chevron, import regular expressions, okay? Let's come down to the next level. Come over here. We'll have, let me save this. Let me put this in the copy real quick. And then let's drop it off 2 more times. Yeah, that should be good. All right. So we're going to have x equals a string. A string with numbers in it. My two favorite numbers are 19 and 42. It's a little sus. That's quite sus as a person pushing an age around that. These two numbers are very suspect. Anyway, maybe he's talking from, whatever. Y equals re.findall. When you get older, that's one of the problems with getting older, is that you can see all the little hidden messages that people put out there. And you're just like, God, when did this stop? All right. And then X right here. And then down here, we're going to say print. I'm going to say print Y. Like, you're like, oh, you're just being paranoid. You're just being paranoid. What are you, schizo? No, bro. No, it's really, people just don't hide it at all. People just don't hide their little secret messages at all. All right. Let's get this. Do that. Let's see, if you go too deep into it, like seeing the secret messages and seeing the little this and that and everything, then you turn into like a dude like Alex Jones. And I mean, he's doing well in life, but he's also embattled by the U.S. government and probably other governments too, which is not a good thing. I would rather not. So just, my suggestion is you see the secret messages, and you just say, well, none of my business, you know. All right. So let's see. We're going to have this 0 through 9, and this, let's make a little arrow thing too while we're at it. Let's say caret, and then on the next line, let's do pipe, pipe, and then on this line, let's say 1 or more digits. Okay. And then let's move this over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because, and this is because of the plus sign. Because of the plus sign. Let's put that down there. Whoa, 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 whoa. So the end. All right. Because of the one or more digits. It's one or more digits because we're going to match digits, and then 1 or more times. Let's do this. All right. So yeah, this is going to match 1 or more digits. Let's back this up. I don't like how that looks. All right. Oops. Whoops. 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 All right. Anyway, so yeah. Let's go over what's going on. So matching and extracting data. Re.search returns a true false depending on whether the string matches the regular expression, right? If we actually want the matching strings to be extracted, we use re.findall. All right. And so when we do re.findall, it's going to give us like a, what is this thing called? Like a list, you know? Let me bring this back over and let's do maybe this. Okay, cool. So yeah, we do import re. This is import regular expressions. We got to do that to get the access to the regular expressions in Python. Then we have x equals this string of my 2 favorite numbers are 19 and 42. Let's just ignore that this is probably some sort of code for some sort of stuff. And then let's say y equals re.findall, and then we've got this regular expression inside of this string. So we're looking for 0 through 9. So any digit, right? There's also a regular expression for digits specifically, but we haven't gotten there yet. And then this plus sign. This plus sign means 1 or more digits. Okay, so looking for a digit 1 or more times. So here's 1 time. Here's or more times right here. This is 2 digits. This is 2 digits. And then what's this x? Oh, and then we're looking through x, comma x. We're looking through x. All right, and then that's basically what the y is. The re.findall and all that stuff. And then when we print y, the re.findall, we're going to get this list. All right, so let's hear him talk about it.
We're going to move from merely matching to matching and extracting. So we're going to say, hey, I would like to not only have you take this template, this little pattern, the string pattern, regular expression pattern, run it across the line. I want you to give me all the ones that match, and I want a list of those. And that's what we're going to use the findall.
And remember, let me back up. This guy is clearly not 42. Clearly not any stretch of the imagination. In this video. I don't think he wrote this. I'm pretty sure he didn't write many of these examples at all because he seems shocked by some of them because, look, he's an old man too, right? I'm an old man. I'm not as old as him, but I'm an old man. He's an old man. If I can see the patterns, this guy can definitely see the patterns. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you'll see him standing there shocked at what he just read, you know, visibly shocked, but you have to know what visible shock looks like to tell that he's visibly shocked. And
so search gives a true false. Findall gives a list of all the strings that match. So if there's 4 of them, you'll get 4 things in the list. If there's nothing that matches, you'll get an empty list. So let's take a look at what we got going here. So instead of calling re.search we call FindAll. We still pass in the string that we're looking through, and then we have our little template pattern. And this is a new bit of regular expression. Any little bracket operation, square bracket, is one character. That's just a character, but then there in between here is a set of allowed characters.
Yeah, the range.
So 0-9 means a single digit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But that's really one character. And then we have, so that's one character. And then when the plus applies to that, which means if we look at this whole thing says one or more digits. That's the code.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically this regex is look for one number. It can be any number between 0 through 9, just one time. So we find a 2 and it matches, right? Okay, so we throw it in the thing. Then we also have this plus, because this plus right here, makes it to where, like, after, okay, so we would put 19 and 42 in here, right? But if this plus wasn't here, we'd have 2, 1, 9, 4, 2, right? Because they would still find all the numbers, but it wouldn't smush them together, because there's, you know what I'm trying to say? It wouldn't smash them together like this.
Code we write in a regular expression that says one or more digits. And we're just going to use that in our regular expression by itself. So we're going to look for any string that's one or more digits and pull it out and give it back to me. So it's going to look. So that's my little template. Stamp, 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 stamp. Oh, got it. Stamp, 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 stamp. Oh, got it. Stamp, 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 stamp. Got it. So what we get back after we ask FindAll to find all of the one or more digit strings is 2, 9, and 42. So it actually parsed it, it split it, it found all these things and said, I found them all for you, and here they are. 2, 19, and 42.
Go get me the CD
of 3 strings, because that's how many it found. Now, it might have found none, and we would have got an empty list at that point. But it found some.
True.
Okay.
Go get me a CD. I want to put that on the floppy disk. Go grab me that floppy over there. All right, so let's type this stuff down. Where's the old notes? There they are. All right. We already have. This is still within matching and extracting data, so let's type this down. When we use re.findall, all right, it returns a list of 0 or more substrings, I say, that match the regex. There we go. All right, so let's put this down here. How many of these do we have? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines, and then 2 of them aren't chevrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. This one's not a chevron, and this one's not the chevrons. Okay, cool. So let's I should have put the spaces. Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time, but this time the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get out of here. You, but stay there. And then you get out of here. All right, looks better. So now we've got import import regular expressions. All right. So we've got the same stuff from before. So let's go snag that. We should have just did that in the first place. No, we couldn't have. Yeah, we should have. No, we should have. All right. No, we can't. We couldn't have. All right. So let's take this one. Let's take this while we're here and slap it down here. Bring it back one. All right. Do the same here. And slap it right. Pardon me, here. This one, copy. This one, paste. This one, copy. This one, paste. And bring it back one. All right. So now we've got this extra stuff. All right. So we've got the y now equals re.findall. And then we're going to have in here a character class with A, E, I, O, U in it, plus. And then we're going to also have X, and it's going to find us print. Oh, that's not how I spell print. Print Y, right? And that's going to give us an empty string because the only capital letter in this is the M. There's no capital A-E-I-O-U in this at all. All right, so it's going to give us an empty string. Let's watch.
Okay, so just as an example, we did this thing. We get 2, 19, and 42. But if I said this, that basically is an uppercase vowel, A, E, I, O, or U. So that's one letter, and that's one or more. So it's saying, something like A would match, E, I would match.
It wouldn't. It's not going to match any of that.
Would match. But if you look now, it's saying, okay, I'm looking for one or more, minimum one or more uppercase. A-E-I-O-U is a set of characters, one or more uppercase letters. And so it says, like, look, do you find, there's an uppercase, but it's an M. No, uppercase, no uppercase, no uppercase,
it doesn't
no
even
uppercase.
say that.
Found nothing, did not find anything, and so it gives us back an empty list. And so it's like, find all the things that match this, and the answer is none matched. Here's your list of nothing. Okay, and so you have to check. That's how you have to check even if you got something, because it's not going to return you false. It returns you a list with no items in it.
True.
Now,
I hate the fact that these disgusting degenerates picked greedy for this word, but I don't remember what we changed it to so many months back. Was that was probably even a year ago when we last discussed this trash. So here we go. Let's write it down because I can't think of it. I can't remember what we did to replace it. We have to at some point when we all become big timers, we have to have like some sort of big meeting replacing greedy and whatever the other one is. Because it's not generous. The opposite of it is not generous according to these dirt bags. All right, so let's do it. Warning. Greedy. Yeah, it's greedy and lazy. That's what it is. These pieces of garbage. And I include him in it because he's been complacent for the past 90 years. Okay? Greedy and lazy. Like, bro, can you guys stop being dirtbags? The repeat characters. All right, so the asterisk and the plus sign push outward in both directions. Greedy to match the largest possible string. Okay, let's type it down. All right, so we need 4 of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3. All right, and then one more over here, and there we go. I should have pressed space, but it didn't. Again, import. It really, seeing this kind of stuff really almost takes the wind out of my sails, except for I knew that these guys were like this the entire time. I knew it. That's one of the reasons I didn't get into character. That's one of the reasons I didn't get it. Character. Yeah, that's right. That's one of the reasons I didn't get into coding until late, is because I cannot stand these people. I can't stand these people. Like, I literally cannot stand these people. Like, these nerds. Like, how dare they make a greedy and lazy be, okay, the opposite of greedy must be lazy. What? And they've been doing this for years, and I've been like, I mean, if you listen to nerds talk, they're always like straight up atheist as hell. and don't even want to hear anything. They're like, oh yeah, it's just, and I look at them and they've got these arms that are about the size of Red Bull cans, and you know, they've got the personalities of the most arrogant people you could possibly think of, and you're just like, well, obviously I'm not going to listen to you because you are an actual piece of garbage. But you know, that, and then you know, and it's never ending. But that's the thing. At some point, I had to decide, look, I got to get into this stuff. I have to get into coding. I have to get into computers because I'm not going to let these pieces, I'm not going to let these guys have any more, have the power, consolidate all the power anymore. Okay? I'm not going to let it happen. There used to be a time in history when cool people were getting things done. All right? From using the okay. Honestly, I don't know what's going on right now. We're just gonna type this stuff down right now, and then we'll figure it out, because I'm so pissed off right now at these people. Why not from? All right. Let's move this over. And let's come over here and let's say, okay. Let's do this, f dot plus colon, okay? Why not from? So, first character in the match is an F, all right? And that's what this part is. So, I don't want to do it like that. We're not going to break it down like that. We're going to break it down a different way. I'm going to figure it out in a different way. All right. So, RegEx. RegEx. Let's come down here and say RegEx. RegEx interpretation. Okay? Of. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. F dot plus colon, okay? And then let's do, should we do another colon? That would be a little confusing. All right, so we'll come down here, and we will say, let's say, okay, this part first. This match the first character if it's an F, a capital F. All right, that's what that part means. Then we've got the dot plus. All right. It can be, okay. So dot plus is one or more of any character. Okay. That's what that means. And then down here, we've got this, colon, which is, oh, hold on. Okay. The last character matched is a colon. Okay. So yeah, that's basically that. So these are the three different parts of this regex right here. This part, the caret F, okay. Caret means match at the beginning, and then F means match the F at the beginning, all right? So we've got dot right here, which means any character, like we learned earlier. And then we've got the plus sign, so any character one or more times. And then we've got this part right here, the colon, which is just means into this as the last character, all right? Not specifically the last character in line or the last character you've searched for in general, but just the last character in this. So we need to find an F, some letters or numbers, any character, an F, any character, one or more times. It can't be 0 times though. And then a colon. So they would definitely find from, right? Like that, right? Now, why not from? He'll have to tell us.
The way it works, like I said, it sort of is taking this template and stamping it across the line, stamping across the characters. Now, there's a behavior that might not be intuitive you at the very beginning, but the notion of what we call greedy matching, and that is when it can match more than one possible string, overlapping string, it chooses the largest overlap of the overlapping strings. And so the easiest way to show this with an example, and we're saying, I want something that starts with an F with one or more characters and ends with a colon. So that's my little stamp, that's my template. So it starts with an F, good, that's good. One or more characters, have a colon. So that could be from colon. That would match. But look, I've got another colon here, and this is just continuing on with one or more characters and this. So the question is, do we get this or do we get this part, right? And the answer is, with greedy matching, is we get the larger of the two. Okay? And so what you get back is somewhat counterintuitive. You get the whole thing as the match, from colon using the. We could have got from colon, but the reason it picks this is this one's longer. So anytime it has a choice, it picks the longer one. And that's what greedy is, meaning it'd probably be better described as larger or tending toward the longest string.
See, okay.
Or something like that.
But they called it greedy. Okay, so he's in the same boat as me. Oh, okay, I give him a pass now. But not everybody. And only on that too. Only on that too. Only on that. Only on that. All right. So that's what's going on. Why not? Okay. So we go. So why not? Why not F? So why doesn't it just match from? All right. And the answer is because if there's something larger, Python will choose that. Okay. So let's go here. All right, so there's that. Let's go. Are we still here? Yeah, let's go.
So you can
non-greedy matching. So concise matching. We could call it anything else, and he'll get over that, I guess. So let's say non-greedy matching. All right. Not all regex repeat codes are greedy. If we add a question mark character, the plus and chill out of it. How do we say chill out of it? The plus and the star will find the first possible match. Okay. And if we do this, let's grab this. Drop it. And we're going to add the question mark to the plus, thusly. And that will fix the fact that it wants to, it naturally wants to choose everything, right? So this will turn into this. Okay, let's go.
You can, of course, suppress this behavior. Like everything in programming regular expressions, you simply add another character. And so now it's going to say, I would like to start with letter F, any character, one or more times, and then this question mark, this is still one, one little thing, non-greedy. Okay.
The people that name these things, the people that name these things are the kind of dumbasses that believe that there's no power in words. They believe that, oh yeah, you just have to be above that. Like, bro, shut. Like, it's like the people that used to blame kids being bad straight up on the parents when, teams of psychologists are making these TV shows, and I'm talking about in the 90s when I grew up. And it's the same these days too. Teams of psychologists, people, huge groups of people working together to put out these messages that say violence is cool, sex is cool. What else is not actually as cool as they make it seem? Drugs, whatever, alcohol, these teams of writers, and then they say, no, it's the parents' fault for the kids acting bad, when these messages all day long come on TV saying this is cool, this is cool, and this is cool. And you can see with the dirtbags in like San Francisco and the Bay Area in general, and how awful, that's their city. That's the city of coding, and it's disgusting. You can go and rob $950 out of any store and never go to jail for it. That's the kind of disgusting degenerates that those guys are. And no, there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Okay. And so that just says do it not greedy, which just means that it prefers the shorter of the strings. And so now it could still match this string or this string, but because it's been told to not be greedy, it chooses this string instead, and that's the string that we get. And so that's the not greedy, and you just add the question mark after the asterisk. So it's usually an asterisk question mark or a plus question mark, though that's a two thing. That's 0 or more characters non-greedy, and that's 1 or more characters non-greedy. Actually, most of the time, it seems to me that the non-greedy would be the more reasonable default, but that's not how it is. Greedy is the default and non-greedy is optional. Now,
all right, let's type this crap down. What does this say? Fine-tuning string extraction. Fine-tuning string extraction. Okay. We can refine the match for re.findall and separately determine which portion of the match is to be extracted by using parentheses. Okay. So we've got this example down here, which says, let's have an email. So from person at email.com, mun sep, what's today? Not the 8th, 9th? Mun sep 9th, 10:02 a.m. 10:02 25. Let's say 2024. Boom. So if we do something like this, let's make 3 lines out of this. 1, 2. All right. If we say something like this, y equals re.findall. Oh, isn't that some RegEx? Anyway, so we've got this, which is we'll get into that. Plus at And then we have another non-white space plus, and then we'll have comma X. All right. So yeah, this is non-white space, because if it was the period, it would include white space. So this is non-white space, any number of them, and then an at. Oh, I didn't do that. And then an at after that. So okay, let's do the interpretation just a second. Print y. Okay, and then what it'll do is give us the list with the string, and it would be, in our situation, person at email.com. Okay. So let's interpret this. RegEx interpretation of, we can just copy this. All right. So for this, what it's going to be is /s/S plus, all right? And that's going to be any number of non-white space characters, all right? Then we got the at, which is the at character. And then we've got, let me move this over back. I think that looks a little better. And then we've got this thing again, which is exactly the same. Okay. And so you can see we've got any number of characters that's not white space, which would be Stephen.Markhard and blah, 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 before the at, or in our case, person. And then it matches the at. All right. So that's the second match. And then email.com, which is not white space, and keeps going like that. And, we're talking about here. So here's the white space. This is the non-white space at non-white space. And that's all that gets printed out in the list right here. All right. And that's how that works. Let's go.
We can play some more with this stuff. Okay. And so let's take a look at this little example where we have a non-blank characters \S, one or more of those non-blank characters, followed by an @ sign, and then again one or more non-blank characters. So this is looking for strings that have an @ sign with non-blank characters on both sides.
And remember, we've got all these. We wrote all these down. So you can go and look up your, you can go and look these up if you want, but we've got all this stuff written down. And here's this right here. Now, that's not everything, of course. There's quite a few things left out of it, but for the beginning stuff, we do have this right here. Anyway, whatever. Those are some notes. Let's go.
This is an example of where it sort of comes to this @ and it goes this way, and it does it in a greedy manner. And if you told it to not be greedy, it would give you these 3 characters. But we're telling it to go greedy, so it goes all the way to here and stops at this blank, and then stops at this blank. And so that's a nice little thing. Find the @ signs, go to the first blank, and pull that stuff out. And so that, with one little match, you've pulled this thing out. Now, of course, we've done that before with other techniques.
I don't see how it would be greedy, honestly, because it's literally saying to do that. You know, like you're saying, if it was non-white space character at non-white space character, yes, it would get the D at U, right? But it's not. We have the pluses, so why would it be greedy? It's doing exactly what we told it to do. We didn't say find it. You know, don't add any periods or anything like that. We didn't say anything. So yeah. Anyway, whatever.
So that's just another way to pull stuff out. Now, if we we get this whole thing, but what if that's not exactly what we wanted? We can tell, we can give it a matching string that's different than the extracting string by adding parentheses. And so here's another example where we basically say, this is our string. We want to match from at the beginning, followed by a space, followed by, ignore the parentheses for the minute, one or more non-blank characters, followed by an @ sign, followed by one or more non-blank characters. So this is also going to, if there's no from, it's not going to be looking for that, right? So it demands the from is here, so it matches that, and the space is demanded as well. And then it says, oh, non-blank characters, great. I got an @ sign, great. Non-blank characters, oops, stop there. And so this is what's going to match. Now the key is that we don't actually want that back in our extraction. What we really want back in our extraction is this part right here. So what we do is we put parentheses in. Parentheses are code. They're code in the regular expression world. Parentheses say start your extraction and end your extraction. And so when you do this with a parenthesis, when you do it, without a parenthesis, you get the whole from, right? Without a parenthesis.
True.
Oh wait, no, okay. That
anyway, back up. Stop. I understand. You need to go any further than that. All right, so let's grab this. Let's grab this right here. Drop it here. All right. Let's go down and then put like some of these. All right. But let's change it to the from thing. So let's say from space, and then let's put this stuff in parentheses. All right. So basically, let's grab this interpretation while we're here. Of regex interpretation of this. All right. So we're going to say something like this. From space. And this is going to be, let's move this stuff over to. So the from is going to be, must be, the word, this must be in front of the following. Of the following match. The following regex. This must be in front of the following match. That's what we should say. All right. And then we've got parentheses. Let's do this. Whatever's inside the parentheses is what gets returned from the FindAll. Okay. And then the rest of this. All right, cool. Let's go.
Doesn't have the from in it. So, but if you do that with the parenthesis, you match the from, but you only get this bit to come out as well. So you can add this to make the matching part more precise, but without changing what you get returned, and you specify what you want to get returned with the parentheses. So next I want to show you just a couple of different ways to use these newfound skills.
All right. So there's that. No jazz music at the end, no big deal. So we're done here. What will the following program print? So here's the program. We've got import re s equals a message from email to another email about meeting at 2. List equals re.findall. Okay. What's with this? What the hell is with this? What's with this? We didn't learn that. Literally. Oh my god. I just want to punch somebody. Alright. Where is... It doesn't even say what a slash in front of a slash means. //s. What is this garbage? You know what? We're going over to the boss. The actual. What's this mean in Python RegEx? Oh, okay. So it's an escape character for the escape character, because we're not doing like. Okay. So this would give us the greedy match. It would have the 2 also, wouldn't it? Non-white space. All right. Oh, so it wouldn't take this one because there's nothing in front of it. All right, so it would find this one. Right? Like that? Or would it just... Would it go to this one? It will take the longer of the 2, right? Let's say it'll take this one. I'm gonna. No, it's not even an option. Let's try this one. Nope. Then it's got to be this one. Oh, because it's a find all. Yeah, so it's gonna find this one and this one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because it's a find all. This is escaping. This is the escape character, and then this is the RegEx. Pardon me, and this is the RegEx, and then this is an actual @, and this is an escape character, and this is the actual RegEx. So it'll find any number of letters in front of an @, and then any number of characters, I just say, after the @, and it finds it once here, and it finds it twice here, but this one doesn't have anything in front of it, so it only gives us this and this. Check the answer. Looks good. And submit it. All right. And so we're still not at the end of the chapter. So now we're on to regular expressions, practical applications, and we'll see you next time.